Hello and good evening, everyone. I hope everyone had a good weekend. I had an alright weekend myself. But yeah, we're back with another stream here today. I'm gonna be doing some map making again. Hey, welcome back. Good to see you in the chat again. So before I get into the map making and all that, I've got a new program I want to try, which I'm very excited to mess around with a little bit earlier today. I'm gonna try to make spend a bunch of time create a world map of sorts for sort of my place. Welcome, hello, hello. Anyway, as far as announcements go, there's a couple new things going on with the channel. First of all, as you can probably tell, I have a new shiny icon profile picture. I've changed it here on my Twitter, YouTube channel, all that good stuff. So, yeah, I think the old one was very outdated and in need of an update. Um, so now it actually has me on it. It's there. It's new. It's shiny. And yeah, there are other couple exciting things happening with the channel. I'm finally getting some graphics and things like that. You can see we have I had some art commissioned from a friend, and so far I've gotten the logo for the channel points was just down there. I've also created an emote, so those of you that have subscribed will finally have access to an emote. It's currently in Twitch's approval process, but I'm really hoping, I expect it'll be ready by Thursday's stream. By Thursday, I think that should be good to go. And yeah, I'm also waiting. I have commissioned badges for subscribers as well. So hopefully I can get those this week, if not sometime soon. So yeah, there will finally be things for those of you that have subscribed to enjoy, and I'm really excited for it. I'm excited for the emote to get approved so it can finally be live on the channel, and I'm excited for those badges so that way you guys can show off that you've been subscribed. And yeah, that's pretty much what I have for now in terms of news, is just new things, new changes, new shiny changes. Very, very exciting stuff. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I'll try to show it off on my Twitter as things get released as they're sort of coming out. Definitely be announcing when I finally get my emote um, live, because that'll be exciting when I finally have an emote for the channel, even though I've been affiliate for I think a month now. So that's definitely overdue for me to have that. But I'm very, very excited to finally have that for all you guys to use while I'm streaming. So yeah. I hope, like I said, I hope that you had a great weekend. Of course, as always, I have another one shot in the works for this Thursday evening, same time, 7 p.m. EST. So definitely look forward to that. That's where the fun always happens, all the excitement. But today, Monday, as usual, just gonna be kind of chill. Gonna be doing some map making. Excited to do that. It's a lot of fun. I've been spending some time looking at maps that other people have made, and they're super cool, and I wish I was as talented as them, but hopefully I can still make something cool with this new program, which is called Wonderdraft, which I can actually pull up right now. And here it is. So like I said, I messed around with it a little bit, so this isn't going to be like my Rule 20 stream where I go in completely blind and have no idea what I'm doing. I have a little bit of an idea of what I'm doing today, and it's making a map. So we'll start new. I've got a real big one here. I'm gonna keep that. Yeah, and then a theme. I honestly don't know the difference between the themes. I think this is what I had selected when I was practicing before. So yeah, we'll start that. This is a really cool program, by the way, to put a little bit of money into it, but it's cool. And here it is. Um, so first thing first, I want, yeah, I want that. In here, I don't know if the microphone's picking it up, but it's raining outside right now. A very good day to be cozy and warm indoors. A very good day for that. What happened to the music? There we go. Okay. So let's make some maps. Just gonna move things around real quick, just make sure I can see the chat while I'm doing this. If I resize this, is it gonna... Okay. We're good. I didn't know... I didn't mean to do that. Are we... I feel like I'm doing things that Streamlabs is not going to like, but it seems like it's okay. Let's see. Coastline, we don't have any land yet, so... Ah, gotcha. Okay, I want, I don't know what that is. Hmm. There are definitely still things that I'm learning. We'll just keep, what did I have worn? There was a way to adjust it somehow. I don't remember how. It wasn't this, was it? No. Oh well. Well, let's just get, going with this. I have my old map that I made with Incarnate in the background, so I'm going to be using that as reference. The same one actually that's like the background overlay of my stream. So I'm hoping I can go a lot more in depth with this new program than I can with Incarnate, because Incarnate is great. But I think this will give you a lot more freedom. And a lot more precision because of the size of the map that I can make here. So let's get rid of that for now. And then okay, there we go. Trying to see if there's a way. Okay, cool. Just learning the controls a little bit. Pan with spacebar. Zoom with control. Cool. Alright, so let's start with... let's see. So looking at my old map, so I had like 3 main continents I wanted to focus on. And that is going to be Danamore, which I'm going to rename because I think I'm going to use Danamore as the name of a nation instead of the continent, because that's what I've used previously. It's going to be Danamore, which is a very diverse continent. Himmerland, and Ibrith. But let's start with Danamore, because that's the exciting one. It's my favorite continent. You know, always gotta pick favorites as it is with your children. Okay, so as I'll actually be able to create the whole continent, I have to decide where it's at. Let's put it, Oh, well, we have a piece of land there now. So I actually, in my Incarnate map, I don't have like a northern end. It just kind of goes off the map, but obviously I don't want that here. So actually to have a northern end. Well, let's start with, let's see. Okay, I keep having to go back and forth just to look at different things. So, sort of has... Oh, wow, okay. We want to turn the roughness way down. There we go. You can go away now. So, there's like a desert right here. still not working. Can I just turn that? I'll do this. There we go. Alright, so I just want to get a rough border to begin. And we'll start with that. And then we can move forward. Sort of a little peninsula there. And I'm sure I'll be messing with this a lot. Oh, wait, that is way bigger than it needs to be. Hold on. That is way too big. Let's try that again. I need to get zoomed way more in than that. Let's see, where's the, okay, so here's the northern end. This is gonna take some getting used to. Actually go out just so I can see everything. Like, right here, something like that. And... okay. Difficult to start from scratch, because I don't really know. So it's kind of like that, and then that comes up. Okay. Oh, that's still way too big. And I'm not good at this. Alright, hold on. And like that. And then the northern end is what I haven't worked on, so it's just kind of there. Okay. And then we just need to fill this in. So we're getting somewhere. I have a continent now I'm working with. Try to fill in some of this general space. By the way, feel free to let me know what you think of the new little logo for the channel points. I think it's really cool. I'm very, very happy with it. The filthy 20s, as they are. Little bit of identity, little bit of flavor and fun for the channel, you know? So I don't know why I get nervous sometime, like when the stream is getting ready to begin, you know, like nervous, like I mean I'm about to be on camera in front of the internet, you know, and but I mean I start and I'm doing something like this and it's just like chill, it's nice, it's relaxing. I want this to sort of come out a bit more. Okay, we're off to a good start. Still think it's kind of big. I wonder if there's a way to... because I know I can select things with this. Okay, yeah, I can move it. Oh! Okay, there we go. That's very cool. I didn't know I could do that. Oh, well. Yeah, isn't this cool? This is such a cool program. Mapmaking is stressful. Originals were in MS Paint. Yeah, oh, is there no way to keep the aspect ratio on that? That's a shame. Yeah, honestly, I don't have much experience with map making, but it looks so cool. Oh, wow, that's not right. Bugged out a little bit there, but that's okay. Yeah, I don't have much experience with it, but it's just I see so much cool stuff and I'm like, I want to make something like that. You know, I want to make something cool. I'm actually gonna bring this over. Um, Here. Let that be there. Oh, and then it went back down to, okay, hold on. Like, there's so much cool, like, some of the maps that people have made, it's just insane. Absolutely insane. Even, like people will just draw them to, like, I can't imagine making a map like that and just drawing it. Like, because people do that, and there's some beautiful stuff that they'll make. Really wish that pan and zoom were the same, oh, that's not what I wanted. Pan and zoom were the same button. Anyway, instead of getting real deep in making all the different continents and stuff, let's just start with what we have here. So let's see. This isn't perfect by any means. That's okay. This needs to come in a bit more like that. And it's definitely going to need a lot more texture. Just trying to get like a general shape to start with. And then I want this to curve out even more. Like a hook. And there we go. Alright. So I do need... The capital of Danamore is like around here. And it's supposed to sit on a bay. So what I'm gonna do is this. Something like that. Actually, this should be more at an upward angle. The shorelines look pretty dope in this too. The way that they do the coasts. Okay, we are getting somewhere. Still very far from perfect, but that's okay. Need just like a bit that comes out here. Then this needs to come out a bit more as well. Probably gonna need to do like a whole revamp of the geography too of my continents, because honestly it makes no sense. Just random geographical things like biomes and things like that. There's like no I don't pay any attention to how they're placed. I do want to make oh god, that scared me. That's the autosave sound. Nope. Well, okay, here. Lake. Okay. Hold on. Gotta be settings with this, right? Interesting. Perhaps that's a little bit too big. Can I, go over this? No, I cannot. Okay. Can I erase it? Oh, I can. Okay. Well, this seems, convenient. There we go. We're getting somewhere. We'll come back to the lake. We'll come back to the lake, maybe. Actually, no, I want to do the lake now. No, I want to do the lake. Where was it? I completely forgot. Water. River, lake. But, you know what, forget the lake, because it doesn't... That's like, I was talking about how there were geographical things that made no sense. That's one of those things, so... You know. Um... I like that. It's a good way to add, some texture. Okay. Sure, something like that. Anyway, the whole island looks like a dragon swooping down. It kind of does. Bottom left being the head. Oh, like this, and then... Yeah, I kind of see it. With the wings and... Yeah. I tried to base it off of... I mean, it ended up being a lot smoother than I wanted it to be, with like the rounded things. But that'll be something that I'll go in and sort of do some detail changes. Which is what I'm going to start doing now. Not really sure. So this, I had in my previous map, this little peninsula being mountainous, the head of the dragon per se. Don't know if I want to keep that. Well, let's start. Okay, so we have the bay here. So the capital. Oh, I might actually want the bay to be a bit smaller. To do. Because in actually, where is it is measuring tool. Yeah, so that is pretty far right there. I mean, I imagine the bay will be big. Let me see, for reference, let me look up, how big, is the San Francisco Bay? I guess I need to see how wide. $12 miles. I don't think that's gonna cut it. 12 miles. I think that might be a little bit small. This is gonna have to be a bigger bay than that. Let me, get rid of that. Twelve times 5 is 60. That is true. It could just be 5 times the San Francisco Bay. No, we're really, cutting down the pixels here. Are there hotkeys for these? Z, X. Okay, cool. I mean, I don't really know what bays look like, so... Is there a way to adjust the scale? I do believe there is. Because I can, I was messing around with it before. So there's a scale creator here. So, like, if I make a scale like this... let me actually zoom into it. So I have this. I believe if I change the segment distance... Oh, yeah. So, if I made... So now this is only 50 miles. And now it's 500. But since this is... I want it to be big, since this is, what is it? Since it's supposed to be like my world map. Because where it is now... let me get rid of that. It's just over 7,000 miles. And I don't know if you can change, like, the size of the scale. Let me see if that's a thing you can do. Let's get rid of that. Oh, where did you go? There you are. It's gonna bother me if I don't get rid of it. Okay, font's not gonna do it. Nope. Not that. Oh, here we go. Ah, okay, so I can change the number of segments. Oh, wait, this is, I think this is what we want. Yeah, so okay, so I can fully customize this. Can I undo that, please? Shoot, I don't know what the, original size of that was. Well, that's fine. See, where are we at now with this? Okay, that's about it. Yeah. Okay. Sure, something along those lines. I mean, I could probably make it a little bit bigger. Do like that, and then I'll make... Uh-oh. I accidentally clicked out of the window. Let's see, that'll give us... Okay, that's about, it's right under 50 miles now. Across, like 45 to 50, somewhere in that. So that's better. We'll do that then. And, as far as the map goes, it'll still give us... Okay, so that, went from 7,000 to 5,000 miles. That's fine. That is okay. I think that'll be okay. Anyway, back to this. Oh, alright. So, the bay. So this will be where the capital of Danamore is going. I also need to decide how many different nations, because Danamore, will encompass this, definitely, like, the bottom half of this continent at least. So I might do one more or two more, like maybe one in each of these corners. Maybe more, we'll see. And then there's also... Okay. So, over in this direction, there's an island, right about here. That's a pretty terrible. Something like that. And this will also be a part of Danamore. This island right here. And actually... I'll move this right there. Which actually looking at that is a pretty big island. Let me make it maybe a bit smaller. Yeah, we'll do that. Anyway, back to this. Ba-ba-ba. Oh, geez. Trying to see how to do... Symbol scale. Yeah, I'll get... I'm looking for a certain symbol, though. Ba-ba-ba-ba. There are a lot. But yeah, definitely gonna want to scale that down. Dang. I just want, like, a marker, though. Or maybe a couple different markers. Oh, boy. Graveyard? Okay. A university? Wow. Dang, there's a lot of stuff. Then again, you could get a lot, like, it could be not an entire world map, so it would make sense to have all these different things. Ooh, a waterfall. Ooh, there's waterfalls. That's cool. That's very cool. Definitely gonna want to include that at some point. Ah, here, wait, yeah, these. This is what I want. I passed this before, okay. Boom. Right there. Although, actually, put it right on, because it's basically right on the bay. That is small, actually. A little bit bigger. Yeah, that's better. Cool. So we have that, and then... City, capital, town, town, capital. You know, actually, I think I like the star better. Well, no, we'll stick with that. It's bigger. Then I guess use these. Okay. So I guess this kind of depends on what the borders are going to be. I know I need... let's see. I need a river, and then there's going to be a village called Ishel, which is going to be the closest one to Velasquez, which is the capital. But I'm definitely going to not have it that far away, since it's going to be the closest village. And it'll be on a river. Not on the coast, though. Put it maybe there. Why is it crooked? Oh, and you can change the color of these too. I didn't even realize. Oh, I don't... Yeah, let's definitely, That's probably not good. Let's do like that. No, that's not super visible. Let's see. What, did I rotate it by accident? Reset. Oh, not that. What did I do to rotate it? Is it on the scale? No. Oh, what? How did I manage to... Weird, okay. Lou. Yeah, I don't know how I managed it, because I never even opened this. I don't know. Strange. Anyway. Town. We are going to put you... Where did I put you? Like, right there? Sure, we'll do that. So, little village, capital city. Once I have the lake... well, I was going to have a lake, but I'm probably going to do... I actually had a really cool idea for a mountain range. But we will get to that later. Wait. I rotate... What did I... No, scrolling just does that. What did I do to rotate you? No. Oh, that's definitely not it. I'm doing something to rotate that, but that's okay. I have no idea what it is. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get back to land formations. Let's see. I can kind of just have fun with it now that I kind of have this this template. So let's make this bay a little bit more bayish. And actually, we could maybe have it go in a bit deeper than this. Okay, this is starting to look a little bit more, like, natural, I guess. That makes sense. Not really sure if it does, but um, oh, not I want symbols. Ah, there we go. We'll put it. Actually, we'll put it. Let's see. We'll put it here, and then this because the cool thing about the about Velasquez here is that so the city is walled, and since it's built into this bay, a portion of the bay is also walled off, so it sort of has like this harbor that's walled, and like the gates have to be opened for to let ships in and stuff like that. And I think this might be a good spot for that. So maybe I'll put this here. And then... So let's see. Yeah, so that'll be... Not very... That's still pretty big. But it'll only be a portion. So maybe like I don't know, some little corner of this will be walled off. Um, it's still very big. But anyway, so this little bay, some little corner of it will be walled off. I doubt it'll be a 12-mile wall, but, you know. Maybe just like a wall that kind of goes something like that, you know? And then it goes around the rest of the city. And then you have a walled-off city. Not to scale. That's just how I imagined it, at least. Along those lines. So, and then these... 160 miles? Let's see. Assuming you could travel... I don't know. I mean, it's along the coast. It's not going to be super flat. If you could travel like 25 miles a day, that would still be... That's what, like a week's trip? Man, distances are hard. Maybe I should have... Let's see... Give me... I need to get rid of this ruler. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to move it over here, and then I'm going to have the river run into the bay. Yeah, that seems fine. So, and then of course there'll be a road between these two, but I'll get to paths later. So, this is also, it's a very forested area as well. So if we go to the paintbrush, it's huge. Ba -ba -ba, ba -ba -ba. That's very green. Very, very green. Maybe not so green. Get the opacity down. Just restart this. Yeah, something like that. Like the music has wind. Let me just go ahead and make this all... It's very, very green. Yeah, this obviously needs to be worked on, but... Yeah, I mean, it's a work in progress. I'll get better with practice. It's something. It is definitely something, to be sure. Anyway, now that it's green, let's see. So let's add some more... I kind of like this. This just kind of turned out to be like this way, but... kind of like this being the way that it is. I don't know. I really don't know the first thing about geology or land masses or anything like that. But I mean it looks cool and textured, so I think that's what really matters, right? Okay, I want to work on this peninsula. I think I'm gonna cut that. So you have it like a really, really sharp curve. I honestly, not really sure. I mean, it looks cool, right? I like this. I like that. And then maybe just have this cut deep into it, like that. Um, I mean, we're getting somewhere, right? Starting to look like something. I honestly don't really don't really know, huh? Rivers flow where gravity pulls them. Hills or mountains. Very probable to have bodies of water and postlights. Yeah, I want it. So I'll go ahead and explain. I had this idea of having uh a mountain range that sort of cut through the here, let me just center that. That sort of cuts through like the center of the world. I was gonna have it run something like, oh, I need this. Like I don't know, somewhere along like this line. I don't know, some like line. Might have it go the other way, I might have it go this way. Anyway, I wanted one that cuts across the entire world, because I was going to have some cool world lore. I hadn't gotten to the details, but I was thinking about, in like a past era in this world, there was, like a giant serpent that threatened the end of the world, or something like that. And it was defeated by, I guess, like, fooling it to swallow its own tail. And so it was basically trying to constrict the planet. but it swallowed its own tail and ended up dying through either being killed by some means or maybe, I don't know, maybe it just consumed itself. So it died, and then its body fell, and it basically had this huge, like, skeletal thing around the Earth that would eventually turn into a mountain range that sort of wraps around the entire planet. Um, it cuts through, like, even underwater and stuff like that. So it's gonna have another continent down here, and it's gonna kind of cut through, just like a straight mountain range. Magic runs, everything can be explained by magic. That is true, but I want it to be believable, you know? That can be a patron of bad guy warlocks. Yeah, definitely. But it's kind of dead. I mean, well, it could have like a return. I don't know. I just thought it would be really cool to have a mountain range that sort of formed of like a giant skeleton that wrapped around the entire planet. Although I have to figure out because like obviously this isn't a globe, it's a map. So if you go up here and then go across the North Pole, where are you gonna come out down here? I'll have to figure like that out, I guess. Or I can just have this be a flat plane, which I might also do, because that might be easier to do. To have it just be, you know, good old flat Earth theory. Propagate that a little bit. But that would definitely be a cool patron. I could definitely homebrew it to be something along those lines. Giant snake. I'll have to figure out. I haven't really gone deep into like history of different eras and things like that, but that's definitely going to be the end of an era. Two lines. Snake would have crossed the world around her. It needs to be right in the middle. Yeah. Um. I was also thinking if I did a flat plane. Actually, if I did a flat plane, then it wouldn't have to be a straight line. It could be curved, or like it could snake like the body of the serpent. That could be cool too. And then I could actually have the head somewhere, like a giant skeletal head. Or well, no, it would still have to be looped. Oh, it would still have to be looped since I could have like a ring or something like that since it swallowed its own tail. That could be cool, actually, just having like a ring. Because I was planning on like on my old map, I had 3 main continents, so it could sort of there was gonna be like this one, and then there's one around here, and then one like down here, so it could sort of ring between the 3, and then I could have some other stuff around. The Snake Islands where the head and tail meet. That would actually be cool if head ended up in the ocean and then an island ended up forming over it. And there's like a whole underwater ecosystem. I could have like an underwater like town or city or something built into the skull of the snake. That would be really cool. There is a lot of cool potential for that. I don't remember, did I have okay, I didn't have any cities or anything over here, but I'll probably want to. I was gonna have this be a cool region. I put some mountains here on my old map, but they were just kind of there. Um, this could be like a little bit of a different biome, probably. I don't know. How do biomes work? How do ecosystems work? This is a straight line. Oh, you know, maybe I could do like this could be like or like a, I was gonna say swampy. I could dot a bunch of islands around it, make it more Caribbean. As far as, like, if I'm gonna stick with the flat plane, I think I was just gonna do, like, hot end of the plane, cold end of the plane, or something like that. instead of doing cold, cold, and equator. Though this is kind of high for like a very temperate zone. Maybe I will do an equator. So many things to decide, so many things to figure out in terms of world building. Landmass Wizard? That's scary. I'm afraid I'm gonna mess stuff up if I do that. I actually haven't made a save for this yet, so let me do that. How would it look if Japan was south of Asia instead of east? I was just trying to create like it was supposed to be like a barrier island kind of thing that I was trying to make. Let's see, where should I save this in my computer? Put it here. I'll make a folder for maps. And then this is Rasia. I think that's how I spelled it. Rasia. Saved. Cool. I don't know if you can call this Japan. How big is this? Yeah, like this is not okay. How long is Japan? Let's see. It's about 1,800 miles. So that would be like, hold on. Alright, that's the size of Japan, for reference. Or the length, rather. So longer than my entire continent. Around there. Of course, it would be from north to south, but still. Yeah, the world is kind of big. Oh, whoops. Like, the world is freaking big. Is that accurate? I feel like... Oh, that's not what I wanted. Did I read that right? It extends, yeah, 1,869 miles. Yeah, Japan's pretty big. Jesus. Anyway. I just wanted to, so, I got the idea. I discovered this map from, hey! I was about to bring you up, Chaotic Stupid. Welcome to the stream, Keaton. I am doing pretty well. I have, gotten my own license to Wonderdraft. I enjoy it very much. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I definitely don't know, as much about, geography and making land and things like that as you do. I'm very inexperienced. When it comes to making maps and things like that. So I'm sort of learning the ropes. But I wanted to create some of those barrier islands that I was talking to you about last week. Just because I had them on my mind. The equator is 25,000 miles. Yeah, this isn't gonna come anywhere close to that. I don't think I'm gonna make an Earth-sized map. That would be insanely huge. Just say the wrong things with confidence. That is what I do. That sounds like a pretty good idea. That sounds like a very, very good idea. But I don't even know how to do that much because it's like, oh, I'm just adding texture to the coast, and look, it looks more like real land instead of a straight line. Those barrier islands are fascinating. Yeah. I'm gonna make some more. I'm gonna actually have this come out maybe a little bit more. Yeah. Whenever I was looking at the Wikipedia page, it was like most of the time they form on like coral reefs and things like that. But the one that I was talking to you about, the Outer Banks, I think is what they're called, North Carolina, are not formed on a coral reef. They're just like on the edge of the continental shelf or something like that. The size of Pluto? What's the equator size of Pluto? I know it's small, because Pluto is tiny. I think isn't Pluto like it would fit in Australia if you just like put it there? Something like that. I don't think it would be very good for Australia to put Pluto on it, but probably Earth size, but I only did one continent. Yeah, I don't know why. I need every excuse to put my players on a boat. Don't really know why. The other one was bigger. Yeah, you definitely had, because the one when I was watching your stream last week, it was like over 7,000 miles across. 4,600 miles for the equator of Pluto. Well then, I think this is a little bit bigger than that. What was mine at? 5,000. I've got Pluto beat by I mean, if you count that. Yeah, so I've got Pluto beat by like 500 miles. That's not bad, right? It's not bad. It's a good start. Islands can be handcrafted. That is true. I don't know. I don't think I didn't realize I still had that tool selected. I don't think this nation would have the technology to do that though. This is a very traditionally like feudal medieval styled nation. Lords and ladies kind of thing. Thank you for the follow, Tempest TT Games, and welcome to the stream. I hope you're enjoying yourself and having a wonderful Monday evening. Map doesn't show any part of the nearby oceans. Probably my biggest regret. I appreciate the follow. Don't worry. It's not embarrassing at all. Nothing to be embarrassed about. Just supporting fellow creators is all. Yeah, I really want... I mean, since I started streaming, I've been wanting to do more world building stuff on stream, and just in general, because I very much, as a not super experienced dungeon master, tend to go with the just prepare what you need, you know, prepare like one session ahead and then improvise everything else kind of thing. But it would be, I don't know, it's just, I like the idea of making an entire world with all the complexity of various different nations and land masses and cultures and politics and religions and all of that. Obviously, it's no, like, small task, um, because that is a lot of work, an impossibly large amount of work that you could probably spend your entire life working on, but just seems interesting to me. So, you know, I worked on World Anvil last week. Now I'm here with a new map maker that I just purchased, and yeah. Definitely. Chaotic Stupid knows exactly what I'm talking about. Addictive? I hope so. I hope so. I hope it's addictive enough to where I can actually spend a lot of time on it. Just reminded me of how much you have yet to write. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not very good when it comes to writing ahead. I for many of my one shots that I've run on my channel, I wrote them either the day before or the day of. So this guy Gambit on Twitch is doing some sort of giant open world to the public. Over a month. Dang. Yeah, I started an hour ago. So on the map at least. And definitely very surface level when it comes to writing. Definitely very surface level. Just realized, like, this looks like the inverse of this. Like, you could break this off, turn it around, and it would fit into this space right here. Never used to, but decided love my world enough to write a campaign guide? Yeah, I don't know... Because there's a big difference in writing for yourself and writing for other people. Because, like, people will have to be able to understand everything. I don't think I've gotten to the point yet to where I'm ready to write something to share or publish. Like people that, even with the one-shots, like, I write a bunch of notes and stuff on Google Docs. That's not something that I would, you know, say like, hey, here's this one shot that I created, and I'm gonna release it publicly so other people can run it as well. I definitely, they're just not professionally made, and I don't think I put enough effort and work into them. Just a bunch of random bullet points. Yeah, I think I'm bad about sometimes doing paragraphs, which is terrible to reference very quickly. But I'll just write, like, a paragraph of text. Sometimes I'll get super detailed about, like, one specific thing for no reason. Hey, what's up, Maka? Welcome to the stream. Never have to, very particular choice to... Yeah, I mean, maybe one day. I know there's a lot of people that, in the tabletop role-playing universe that will write anything from a one-shot to entire campaigns. And even, like, sell them, and it's like... Yeah, I don't know if I'd ever be able to do that. I don't think anyone's notes are inherently useful to others. No, probably not. Probably not. But hey, that's what notes are all about, right? Can't run a game off of bullet points or from a book. Wouldn't want to anyway. Yeah, I mean, usually for my one-shots, it's, vague, sense of direction, you know, like, oh, they're gonna meet these characters, this event's gonna happen, things like that. But, even with my one-shots, like, I'm a big fan of having, like, open-ended gameplay when it comes to Dungeons & Dragons. So even with my one-shots, like, I want at least the illusion of freedom of choice. Like, I had a one-shot that I ran a few weeks ago. I'm trying to remember what the theme was. Let's see. Because it was a kobold dungeon that I had used. Oh yeah, it was the D&D, but there were too many homebrew rules. I ran that a while ago. And I had this kobold dungeon prepared, and it was so basically, they were traveling through the mountains. They were in a gorge, and there was like a rock fall that had collapsed in front of them. And so it blocked the gorge, and then next to like the rock fall, there was a cave that they could enter. And they went to the cave, and that was like the dungeon with the kobolds and stuff like that. Well, they went into the cave, did like the first encounter, turned back, left the cave, and then decided to climb over the wall instead, and completely surpassed the dungeon. And I was like, I mean, I made it difficult for them, and I definitely, like, I didn't make it easy, but I wasn't gonna stop them, so still turned out fine, I think. I just had once they left they actually got through the mountains, I had them stampeded by a herd of buffalo or something like that. Coastlines, don't forget to dig deeper and cut larger, weirder bays. Symmetry occurs on small scales. Okay. Yeah, you're definitely right. I need to do that because when I made the general shape of this, it was very, very curved, like smooth lines. Did a lot of shame in the UK. I hope I can go to Europe one day. I would love to visit many places on the European continent. Yeah, interestingly enough, I seem to have met a lot of European people through streaming D&D stuff and just getting into that. You left with the bread. Man, I'm having trouble keeping up with chat and making this map at the same time. Came out as an American in a stream earlier. Oh, okay, cool. So there is another American in this chat. That's good. Not that there's anything wrong with anyone coming from anywhere, but I'm happy to see that the chat isn't entirely European tonight. But yeah, it's interesting how many... Like, I never would have thought... Now I know you struggle. I never would have thought I would have met so many people from... and in, like, the other side of the world, almost. Like, I figured when I started doing this and I'd invite random people online to play D&D, I would end up playing with a bunch of other Americans, just naturally, I guess, because I've pretty much gamed for my entire life, and like most of the people that I've met playing video games have been American, even though it's not like those are region locked most of the time. Which is interesting. I enjoyed it a lot. And I absolutely do embrace the pasta. I had it for lunch today. I'll probably have it for lunch again tomorrow. Because it's inexpensive, and I can make it in my room without leaving my room, because you can boil water if you microwave it long enough. and that's all you need to make pasta is boiled water. I feel like I have to tell my life story, everyone, every time someone asks where people are from. James is pretty crazy. No, definitely, for sure. He's insane because he basically plays from like midnight. I mean, there was one of my streams, and I hope it never happens again. I had one of my one-shots last for 6 hours. That means he was on my stream, his time, from midnight until 6 a.m. 6 a.m. It's insane. It's crazy. And it's but I love him for it, honestly. He's amazing. I've gotten him to play so many times, and yeah, he just rolls with the time, I guess. And then I had someone on another stream who lives in the United States, was on my stream, and he almost like fell asleep playing to like 11 p.m. my time. But James is an absolute trooper. My favorite pasta? Um, Probably I've got my boxes of pasta right here. Well, it's backwards on the stream, but this is rigatoni. I really like rigatoni with white sauce. And then if it were red sauce, I've got penne, I've got spaghetti noodles, and I have some tortellini, which is really good. Some like cheese-filled tortellini. Only seldom stay at late. Yeah, James is definitely an absolute trooper. Oh wait, trying to catch up on chat. Originally from Chicago, moved to the UK. And an Italian passport. Oh, okay. Favorite pasta now it's ravioli. Thank you, thank you. That's cool though. I can imagine having well, just having dual citizenship is just like a cool thing in general, but I can imagine like having passports from two different countries would be very useful. So cool. Yeah, I can't say I'm very well traveled because I've only been to two places outside of the US, and it's Canada and the Bahamas. Which neither, I mean, the Bahamas, at least like the areas I went, mostly like a tourist trap kind of thing. And then Canada, I was right on the border because it was Niagara Falls, which is an amazing, incredible sight. Like, Niagara Falls is insane, and I'd love to go there again. It was absolutely beautiful. But it was right on the border, not very different from the US at all. Imagine having dual citizenship. Italians get their citizenship by passing on the children rather than place of birth. I think Americans you can do either, right? Like, if both of your parents are American citizens, even if you're born outside the US, I think you're still a US citizen? That area looks swampy as hell. It really does. So it's probably going to end up being a giant swamp. Just because. I was just kind of messing around with it, and that's just kind of how it turned out. You can duel to become a citizen of any country. Any country, you say? River. Uh-oh, bringing the carb wars into my chat, huh, Maka? Great-grandfather passed on my grandfather passed on. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I'm definitely not an expert when it comes to citizenship, because I am an American citizen and that's all I've got. And I just got that just by being born in the States, so... If your American parents are American, so are you, but not your children. Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay. I want to make sure I don't make the entire coastline, like the swampy mess that I've created. Um, I did kind of like it. Looks cool though. I kind of like it. And I think I did like it kind of like gets rougher as it goes until it kind of transitions into this. So oh, I'm gonna do that. Alignment-based chart for bread to pasta. Haven't had enough carbs. I'm gonna sleep now. Okay, well I hope you have a wonderful night, and thank you for stopping by. I hope you enjoy your long rest. Salty bread or sweet bread? That's a good question. There are many delicious breads. Can I have all the breads? Depends if you have enough dough, I guess. Okay. This is, like, I didn't think that just going down a coastline and, like, doing this would be so enjoyable, but it's really enjoyable. It's my greatest fantasy to have all the bread. That's a good fantasy, honestly. Lived in the UK, I was confused, there was no bread. Gotta head off too, just want to jump and say, well, I appreciate you stopping by, Maka. I actually, Theodox, I think it's interesting you bring that up, because I think there was something recently about, so I don't remember what country it is. It was some European country, I think, that had, like, a subsidy for bread. And Subway, having, like, making Subway sandwiches, was, like, taking advantage of the subsidy for, like, the loaves of bread they used to make their sandwiches. But then, I don't remember, I wish I remember what country it was. The government was like, no, you have so much sugar in your bread that it's not even bread anymore, it's a pastry. So you can't, qualify for this subsidy anymore. Sounds like France. It might have been France. I wish I remembered where it was. It was really funny to read. I didn't realize that Subway bread had so much sugar in it, but apparently it does. But I feel like that's very American of me to just not realize that I'm eating something absolutely packed full of sugar. That shouldn't be like a Subway sandwich loaf of bread. You've heard about this before? I think it was fairly recently, like past couple of years recent kind of thing. Let me look at my other map. Yeah, so I guess it's just kind of... Make it to your stream tomorrow. 4 p.m. Trying to think. Yeah, I won't be in class at 4. I'll be done with my classes. I should be able to stop by for a little bit. I've got, work tomorrow night, but I should be able to stop by. Oh, it was Ireland? Okay, I think that sounds right. The potatoes protested. Thank you. Thank you, that means a lot. I'll definitely stop by. Just if you post it in the Discord server, I'll see it, and I should be able to hop in for a bit. And that means a lot. Have a great night. Sleep well. Get your rest for your session tomorrow. Doesn't this just look cool? Doesn't that look cool? I should save. Okay. I like this. I don't know why. I might... Actually, we're going to... Oh, I've got the eraser on. I'm gonna extend, like, the barrier islands to go, like, all the way... Actually, I'm gonna have it go, like, out and then up to here. Where are you from questions? I need a good it's complicated give. I've never seen group of people that have such an affinity for like specific gifts than I have on Hope server. Like never anywhere else. Even though Discord has like a built-in system for it. Cosine is a good fractal feel, doesn't it? I just kind of like clicked around a bunch and then it turned out nice like that, so. I really like it. Could have whole conversations in gift speak. There was a little side story, a little anecdote. Once upon a time, I was staying at my aunt's house. It was very far from where I lived, thanks to a major hurricane that was hitting the eastern coast of the U.S. a couple of years ago. And while I was there, I was very bored and stuck inside, much like I am now, thanks to the pandemic, but not as bored anymore. But during that time, I had decided to give Tinder a shot, which I don't use anymore. But while I was on Tinder, and I was at my aunt's house, I matched with a girl, and we pretty much had, like, flirtatious GIF conversations, and that was it. Like, we would just send each other a bunch of GIFs of, like, people, like, doing, like, the eyebrow thing, or, like, winking, or, like, things like that. And that was it. That was the whole extent of it. Oh, wait, what did I do? What is this? Oh, I was... Oh, shoot. I don't want that. I must have hit some hotkey by accident. Yeah, that's my story. My... Give sex. I'm not sure. Like, I mean, it was, like, it definitely wasn't to the point of, like, I don't know if it, like, gift sexting. Like, definitely not. But it was a thing that I did, so... Okay, I feel like these, I made these islands too, like, they're all, like, the same length. I kind of like that, though. That looks kind of cool. And then it needs to, I want it to, like, come to, like, here. Like that. Tinder scares me. Yeah, I wouldn't really recommend it. Like I said, I don't use it anymore, and kind of wish that I never had. It was interesting, I guess, if you're really bored. I wouldn't count on it to actually, uh, find like a long-term relationship or anything like that. I mean, for people that are into like hookups and things like that, I'm sure it's great, but that's not me, coach. Would 100% do it. You would do gift sexting. Text sex is weird. Imagine the frustration of looking up the exact gift you're looking for. Nah, it was literally just whenever I was doing it with the girl that I matched with, it was literally just whatever GIF I could find by... I mean, because Tinder doesn't let you send, like, photos or videos or things like that, which makes sense. But you could send GIFs, like all the GIFs that were, like, pre-made in the database or whatever they all are. And of course, like, whenever you open the menu for it, the default selection had a bunch of, like, the really flirty ones, so you just pick from those. Try dating online, like, once or twice. It's never, super fun. Yeah, I mean, I don't think, like I said, it's not like a terrible, awful thing. Like, I'm not gonna say that, like, no one should do online dating or, use Tinder or anything like that. But I just don't think it's for everyone. I don't think it was for me. And, I don't think, like I said, I think it's, like, things, like the app ones, like Tinder and, Bumble and, like, those, are better for, hookups than they are for establishing, like, actual relationships. Met your partner on the World of Warcraft wiki? That's actually incredible. It does happen. That's insane. Like, whenever I like read and hear the stories of people that like met their significant other online, like even the like I've been playing video games online for a very long time, for as long as I could really. Um, and even like the friends that I've made online are very limited. Probably because I was pretty shy as a kid and didn't like talking to strangers through the internet. But yeah, that's always crazy to hear about meeting like the love of your life through the internet. It's really cool though. One of the early admins, and I started doing a lot of work back in the 2000s. That's really interesting and a really cool story. Hmm. I might change it to where it comes more at an angle like this. I think that might look better. Hmm. Yeah, I think I like that better. Do I remember what my bio was related to? On Tinder? I don't remember what I put for my Tinder bio. I tried a few different things. Because, like, you gotta try to stand out some ways. But I couldn't tell you exactly what I put. Don't remember. It's been a long time since I've been on that app. Find their partners by looking for friends. I think that is a wonderful advice. Because I know that, a lot of relationships... I've seen a lot of relationships, uh, not work out. Like, I think, like, the divorce rate in the US is, like, 50%, I think. In my family, it's probably closer to, like, 90%. Um, so I'm no stranger to, at least like from the outside, seeing relationships fall apart, or at least hearing stories of them and things like that. Like my parents are divorced. Both of my um, sets of grandparents divorced and remarried. And the few relationships I have seen in my life that have succeeded, I mean, generally, like, starting platonic, I don't know, it just seems like a good idea. I can't really speak. I don't have much when it comes to relationship experience. I'm definitely not one to take advice from when it comes to that stuff. But I can't, I think imagining going from, like, something platonic, or, like, friendships type of thing, to a romantic relationship sounds like a pretty good way to go. They taught me what not. I sure hope so. Honestly, I feel like I should be way more pessimistic about relationships as a result of it, but I'm not really. Like I feel like I should have grown up to be like a bitter adult who's like doesn't even think that love is like a real thing because I've never seen a marriage actually pan out and succeed. Um, that's an exaggeration, of course, but something like that. But that's not how I turned out, thankfully. Kind of liking how this is turning out. No, I don't want that to connect. Keep to that optimism gone into Wiseman. It's fine. I think it's an interesting topic to talk about. I didn't expect to talk about relationships on the stream today, but hey, why not? You never know where it's gonna go. It's not like I had a conversation planned. But yeah, I definitely don't mind. No need to apologize. Little ones on the right remind me of leopard spots. Yeah, they kind of do. I don't know. I kind of liked it, like the little ones, and then them getting a little bit bigger and a little bit snakier, and then like these. I really like this. I use the this tool. Let me see if I can. Well, that didn't really turn out exactly how I'd hoped. Well, it's great. I'm glad you like it. That is just way too square. Oh, come on. Getting pixel perfect now. Another go, Wonderdraft. Yeah, I liked, whenever I was watching Chaotic Stupid's stream last week, what he said is that Wonderdraft great for world maps, and then for the smaller, like, local maps, battle maps, things like that, go with Incarnate. And I think that's really good, because I've used Incarnate a bit, and I've made I tried making a world map on there. I made a battle map, and I made like a regional map that was sort of like the area. It was like a city and the surrounding area. And I think that like those types of like the smaller region ones are what Incarnate shines at best. Um, but I think because Wonderdraft gives you a lot of space to work with, and Incarnate does not give you this much space. So, like, Incarnate does not let me zoom in 800%, and then pick apart the different pixels of the border of the land masses to make stuff like this. So, yeah. Let's see. I'm really liking the, I'm still not sure about the shape. Let me look up. I just want to see what Outer Banks. Just want to give me like a general idea, because I think it's more attached, isn't it? Yeah, the Outer Banks is not nearly as segmented as this. Okay, I'm gonna connect some more stuff. Yeah, Incarnate is definitely great. I love Incarnate. I mean, I've done it on stream before. It's super fun to make stuff on there. Some of my earliest, when I first started streaming, some of my earliest streams where I was doing stuff on my own, outside of like the one-shots and stuff, was Incarnate. They're doing a settlement by hand, but I got overwhelmed with a city. Hopes for Dungeon Fog? I haven't looked at Dungeon Fog. I haven't heard of it, so I might have to look at that. Venice Bay? Let me see. Venice Bay. Oh, okay. Wait, hold on. I don't know if I'm looking at the same... 3D animated. Yeah, I saw one of those on Reddit, and I tried it, I tried it on stream, but I gave up because one of the, what is it called? The shortcut, like the key shortcuts, um, I kept, like, accidentally hitting the shortcut to close the tab, because the program, you could work on it in your browser, and I kept hitting the button to close it in your tab, um, and then it deleted it. Venice Bay, the Italian city. Yeah, I figured that's what you're talking about. I looked up Venice Bay, and apparently there's a Venice Bay in the Bahamas. Let me just look up Venice and then go to maps. Because that's definitely not... Okay. Okay, yeah. I definitely see... Yeah, that's similar. Like, if you look up the Outer Banks, that's definitely similar. The Venetian Lagoon? Oh. Okay. That's interesting. That is very snake-like, right there. Yeah, I think it looks better with the longer, like, connected islands. Kind of like it. Unlike a bay, the islands nearly block the whole thing and it creates a macro. Yeah, that's probably true, because I imagine it's a lot smaller than like the space that the Outer Banks sort of cuts off, because the Outer Banks is like huge. But that's like I don't know. I don't know if there's a way on Google Maps to draw a ruler. I don't think there is. Just tremendously larger than what you usually think. Oh, yeah, like a lagoon? Yeah. It is definitely big. I mean, it's bigger, like, it's way bigger than Venice, which you can see right there as reference. Big. Real big. Very, very, very big. Now I'll leave that connected. I was gonna cut that in half, but... This is cool. Because I imagine it's kind of like... Like, let's say that the oceans were to recede. Like, for some reason a bunch of water were to, go somewhere. I don't know. And the oceans were to recede. Then this would be, like, not as deep as, like, this. So, like, the land would sort of expand out towards the Barrier Islands. Since the Barrier Islands kind of line the, continental shelf here. Which is where, like... I believe that's where, like, the continental shelf is usually where, like, the, big drop-off is from, like, near the coast to, like, miles deep ocean. Not that it's gonna be, like, really shallow in here, but... in reference. In my incarnate map, I had a desert up here. I don't know, well, I guess that wouldn't really make sense. Well, if I was doing, like, hot... I don't know. I really don't know how I'm gonna do the biomes. I just know this is gonna be forest. I guess I'm gonna do a swamp here. So let me actually... Wait, paint. Let me find a good swamp color. Like this, I guess? Actually, no, that's not it. Yeah, more like that, I think. Gotta go do some laundry. It's looking great, thank you. Thank you! And thanks for stopping by, I really appreciate it. I hope you have a good night. You know, it's funny, this is actually, stream on Wednesdays at 8 GMT for Keen. Yeah, let me, doing background stuff right now. Let me find your channel real quick. Alright, I dropped a follow. I don't know what that is my time. Let's see, 8 p.m. GMT. 3. Okay. Yeah, I should get the notification when you go live. So if I'm free, I should be able to check it out. Hopefully I can. 2 p.m. It was 3. 3 p.m. Eastern. Good night. Actually, I want to try something real quick. So it's River Tool. Hmm. I make the width 1. Nope. Okay. Oh, I know it. Okay, I need to do it the other way. Yeah, the color definitely... can I change that? Hmm. Because this would be really, well, I don't know. It might be, I think it might be too big anyway. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. If I want to extend it, I can just extend it more with this. I was hoping that it would maybe work out, but oh well. No, get the paintbrush back out. I'll make sure this is all Let me just, there we go. No, wait, this song in particular reminds me of a little bit of, the soundtrack from a game called, They Are Billions. Like, like the beginning of it does at least, ever so slightly. I feel like this is still the wrong color right here. What is this? Oh, it's the okay, so it's the mixing of these two. I see. This isn't blending as well as I was hoping. Slap an island in the middle of the bay, and that's where the shrine to Mother Nature will be, if stereotypes could tell. Actually, it might be cool to put an island here. It could be like, I don't know. It could be like Venice. I could have like a big city sort of on an island. Yeah, I'm not so sure. Well, yeah, even if you zoom out, it looks like a super hard. Like you can see the like layers of color changing, and I don't like that. Hmm. I don't know. It's something I'll have to work on. Hopefully these colors will save. Can I like delete these? Oh, I can. Okay, cool. Cool. Dope. There's an eraser. Nice. Get there eventually when we... Yeah, I can always come back to it. That is really... Okay, so... Now this is where I get to be a little experimental because... In my Incarnate map... Oh, I don't have it pulled up. Yeah, in my Incarnate map, I had a village east of the capital, which is now here. And then there was one, like, up here that'll probably end up being a part of a different nation. So now I get to, kind of experiment with, where I want to put things. I don't think it would make sense for a city to be on the barrier islands, just because it's not usually a very, resource-rich. Is that really the color of those? Can I not? Oh wait, no, green. Interesting. It's kind of hard to tell. I guess because they're so thin, it's hard to tell the color differences. Yeah, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, but no, definitely no big settlements, because probably not enough. I don't know, could I get like... Like, I want them to look sandy. And even that... Okay, what does it look like if I just make them white? And even white is still... Dang. Yeah, I think it's because they're too thin. Oh well. What can you do? This will have to do. Outline to take up most of the width, yeah. Yep. I was hoping that there would be like a little bit, but I guess it's because it like it fades into the color, so the whole thing ends up just being like I don't know, because they just look rocky to me. Um, was the thing when I wanted them to be sandy. But that's okay. What does this brush do? Oh, okay, so it's like a cloudier texture. Cool. So yeah, I think that a fishing village... Let's see, we want that one. Color them in a... Oh, that is true. I could export it and then... This would be really easy to change the color of in Photoshop or something like that. So let's see, where do I want... I feel like it would be... Like, I gotta have one on the bank, or on the barrier islands, right? Or should I just do it in the swamp? Let's put one... Say here. This is like a nice little bay that'll sort of like protect them from the ocean, so they can keep their boats and stuff in there. Yeah, not too far from the mainland, so they're not all the way out here. Um, yeah, and then they can have like one of those coastal villages that it's built out on like the oh, whoops, built out in the docks and stuff. Oh, there's one for port. Okay. I don't know if I'll necessarily use that, but it's cool. Alright. It doesn't show up very well on the blue. Might need to decide on a different color. Just do... I mean, red is gonna stand on anything. So let's do that instead. What did I have it at? 40 scale? Yeah. Maybe you don't know much about geography, as you said, but you know how to think of human affairs. I mean, I try to. If I'm going to be, world building, I try to be, thorough about it, at least. Right? I mean, it's fun to be, like, thoughtful about, stuff that you make. And, like, I don't know, sometimes I feel like I go way more in depth, even with, like, my one-shots than I need to. But, I mean, one of the reasons that I wanted to create a world is to have, like, a background and have different locations for my one-shots to take place. Like the one I had last week, where there was the two rivaling, they're over here on this island. There's a lake that sort of centers this island right here. And then there's a village here, and then a city here. And they each have, like, wealthy families in each that have a rivalry. And it didn't... I mean, it affected, like, the plot, but the actual theme of the one-shot was forest fires, which had nothing to do with the rivalry. I still thought it was fun. I still thought it was really fun. It's fun to write stuff like that. Okay. I will say with the water, so... Water appearance. Oh, this is how you change it. That's right. Okay. This is what I wanted to do in the beginning. Oh, wow. Okay. Saturation. I want it to be more blue. Oh, don't want to change the hue. Not too much, at least. Get yourself some Feywild Ocean. That looks good. I ended up. I wasn't even looking at the slider. I ended up leaving it on 0. Didn't change a thing at all. Make it more blue, make it less blue. So having been to the Bahamas, and I've been to the Florida Keys as well, which is, you know, not too far from the Bahamas, sort of in that same area. The color of the ocean is definitely very different there than it is where I used to live where I grew up on the coast of North Carolina, which is why I was using it as reference for like this stuff. North Carolina does have like a lot of cool geography, but it's about all I know because it's just where I've lived. This is definitely way better than my incarnate map, too. What if I just bring this down to a 0 isn't no stain? Interesting, okay. Oh, that's cool. Oh wait, oh, it's randomizing the stain as well. Speaking of Fadewell, that's where my druid is, since he left the party to search for something dumb he didn't even know of because he found a clue. Just went off to the Feywild. There was a druid that Brandon played in one of my one-shots that I really liked, who was a satyr druid who was from the Feywild and like was just like all about the Feywild being the best place ever. That was I really enjoyed that character. I wish he was in chat. I don't know if he might still be at work tonight. He still doesn't know about the timeout Brandon thing that I've added to the channel. Just ran off to a forest for the 3rd time this year. That's the first thing, is a satyr. Satyrs are cool. Nice. They left the entire, like, just your druid just went completely alone to the Feywild. That doesn't seem like a very safe thing to do, even for a druid. Um Was it this, like, grainy before? I guess it's just the pixels, but I still feel like it's very grainy. It probably was. It's fine. Just took off to look for something in a forest. Oh, so they ended up, DM fist to the table and wound up... Oh man, that's actually a great way to put a player in the Feywild. Oh, you just got lost in the woods and now you're on a different plane of existence. Sorry. Interesting, okay. Wish you had, like, more control over the lakes. That's not bad. I might stick with that. I guess it's kind of like a More of a lagoon, huh? I only did that because I let my players roll on all the loot tables. After defeating the dragon, they rolled a legendary exoplanar trap. Oh! The druid stole it and ran off. Amazing. That's lucky, though, to roll, So is it just like an item that lets them travel between planes? Oh, there's a freshwater brush! Oh, that would have been helpful. Okay, let me... What did I shape it on here? Um... Okay, so... Freshwater eraser. Okay, let's start this over. I can actually control what my lake looks like. I don't need to use the, lake maker. Good, because... Maybe not start that small. Be like a bean. Because the lake has like an island in it here. Each sided cube represents a different plane. Oh, okay. Can't say I agree with the use of a D3, but unless you actually have a D3, I don't. Then again, if you're playing virtually, it doesn't matter, but... All he needs to do is press the face of the cube, which he won't for a while. So I'm assuming he doesn't actually know how it works. Like, I'm assuming you gave it to them, and they don't know how it works, or at least the druid doesn't. Or do they just want to, like, stay in the Feywild for some reason? He does the bard identified it and explained. Oh, okay. So is there a reason that your druid doesn't want to leave? So, he knows what it does. He stole it, so he definitely knows he has it. Does he just, like, not know he's in the Feywild? Like, does he not recognize it? Or is your druid just that dense? Because it sounds like your druid might be pretty dense. No offense. Okay, so he doesn't know yet. That makes a lot more sense. I'm gonna move this island. Give me that eraser tool. Oh, that's a lot less smooth than I'd hoped. Might be too obvious of a solution, we'll see. Maybe. Maybe they'll think up some other creative solution to leave the Feywild, but I can't imagine traveling between planes is generally an easy thing to do, so... I'm just curious, if I make a river here... Oh, would you look at that? It actually matches. Okay, cool. Nice. Um... I'm not sure about the shape. Okay, so... The old one... Okay, so it kind of comes to, like... Not that small. Sort of like a point down here. And then it has, like, a very... wide northern coast. I don't know, I just cannot find myself being happy with this lake. Something about it. I feel like we're improving. Hmm. Um... Huh. I don't know, this lake is just frustrating the crap out of me. That's not what I wanted. Maybe. It almost looks like a foot. Like if there were like toes up here. And then this is the heel, and it's like a foot. Yeah, I guess. That's not bad. You know, I'll leave it. I'll leave it. Maybe I'll look at it later and decide that I'm actually happy with it. I'm always so picky about these things. I'm gonna do a save, because... Yeah, can you really trust auto-save systems? Oh wait, I can go ahead and place the, well, let's paint it. Land, paintbrush. Give me... something like that. There we go. And then if we go to symbols, so let's see. Looks a bit like a Russian. Oh, like the nesting dolls? I don't know how to pronounce that, but I know what you're talking about. A tier island in a tier lake in a tier island. Yeah, it's kind of like that, isn't it? I hadn't even really thought of that. Okay. One of those, haha. Yeah, yeah. I don't, Matryotka, yeah, something like that. I don't know. I'll just stick with nesting doll. So this is Marnmouth, the city, and this is Arcton. So there's the Marnmouthian family and the Arcton, or, well, the Marnmouth, like, that's their name, and the Arcton, but they're like the Marnmouthians and then the Arctons. And there's a rivalry. And this is where the last one-shot took place, was in Arcton, right here. So yeah. And they're sort of like... Because, like, Dannemore, the capital of Dannemore's here. And so this, like, these two are technically a part of, Dannemore. Actually... Oh, uh-oh. I'm rotating it. Ah, that's how I do it. You hold space and... Okay, that's how you rotate things. This needs to be on the lake. What was I saying? Yeah, they're part of the Empire, but they're also more independent than, like, other places would be, I guess. Decided whether the one-shots be low or not. As far as canon goes, I'm not sure. I sort of, like, it's sort of like a two-way street. Like, I use what I've already decided and what I've already created to help develop my one-shots, but at the same time, whenever I write my one-shots, it helps to further develop my world. So, like, whenever I wrote the one-shot for last week, like, I knew there was a rivalry between these two. I didn't really know any other details other than that I hadn't decided. Um, so, it took place in Arcton. I created a character, Fagwin, who was one of, like, the wealthy Arctons of that family, and she owned, a pub in Arcton. And I also decided that Arcton was very, like, in tune, or, like, very respectful of the forest and of nature and things like that. And so since they're, like, a smaller village, and since Marnmouth is, like, a more city, I'm probably gonna have them be more industrious. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. This doesn't help answer your question at all. But, I think I like the idea of them being canon, because that sounds cool. So having, like, continuous... Like, they won't necessarily be chronological. That's definitely for sure. But I don't see any reason why they couldn't be. Eventually, I want to run a campaign in this world, and so it would be cool to have, like, references, to, you know, the one-shots and the events that happened. Creates more tension in the relationship. Yeah. And I mean, like, running the one-shots forces me to further develop specific locations. So... Oh, you're talking about this, the nature versus industrial? Yeah. I mean, by, like, I don't think I'm gonna have them be, like, they're not gonna be, like, technological. Like, it's not gonna be, like, an Eberron level of thing, because I have another place in mind where I want that. But they're, like, in Arcton, for example, they don't really clear land for agriculture. Like, they have some land cleared, but it's all, like, right on the lake, so they're not cutting down a ton of trees, and then they grow rice, which grows in the water. But then here, like, they wouldn't have any reason to just, like, not clear a bunch of land and expand their city out really far and pollute the lake, you know, and have, like, really big agriculture, and things like that. Like, in Arcton, they don't even keep animals. They hunt if they want meat. Like, they're not all, like, vegans. But, yeah, they don't keep animals or keep cattle or anything like that. They probably have... I imagine they would keep pets, but not for eating. So that kind of dynamic, which it would just add to the feud. I haven't actually decided what the origin of the feud will be yet. Like, what, like, silly thing is going to have started, like, a feud between two families that crosses generations, but... Some of the previous one-shot characters could be competing with the party for quests and stuff. Yeah, that would definitely be cool. Oh yeah, speaking of canon, there are definitely things that won't be canon. Like, for example, in the one-shot, with them setting Arcton on fire. Or, like, in the Raise from the Dead one-shot, where, they destroyed an entire town, or, like, an entire city with an undead army. Like, obviously I don't want things like that, because I don't want, places just to be, like, destroyed by players before they even get there. I wouldn't be against having, like, an undead town or something like that, but... Yeah, if like, stuff gets destroyed, or, like, people get... Like, if NPCs get killed, might not necessarily be canon that they're dead, because I might still want to use them if I run a campaign. But as far as, like, the characters themselves and, like, the locations and the cultures and things like that, I imagine all that I'll keep. I don't imagine I'll change any of what I've established in my one-shots when it comes to stuff like that. Alright, let's go... I want to make this island a little bit more... well, mostly this, the tail end. So I want to have, like, a little island right here. The end of, like, the teardrop, or beginning. Hard to give out NPCs, revive one of the evil guys just because I wanted to play with Assassin regularly more. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like one of my favorite villains I've created for a one shot was in my it was in the gambling one I did, which was one of my earlier one shots. And man, that was so much fun. I did what is it? Um DM commentary. The last DM commentary I did was on that one. And the villain at the end of it, what was his name? Sky Rai, I think? Like the guy that owned the casino. I really liked him. And they ended up kind of killing him. It wasn't like confirmed. They didn't see him die. He was just assumed to be dead. But I definitely, you know, him I would definitely want to reuse if I had if I ran a campaign. And that I whenever I made the casino, it was Casino Apex. When I made it, I didn't really know where I was gonna put it in the world, but I think I decided, and it's gonna be on like the continent that's gonna be like in this area. Also, I'm starting to learn I'm starting to get pretty comfortable with the controls in this map. They're pretty good. I wish that the button to hold to pan and the button to hold to zoom in and out was the same button. I've got the eraser. Okay. But yeah, having like whenever you create a villain that's fun, then it's not something you want to give up. Maybe make him have a walking stick. Well, he already had he already had a cane. He had like because it was like, actually in the one shot, it was so their goal was to steal his sword, and it was real that his sword was inside like his walking cane. So he already has one, but it was stolen from him because they took it. The next step is a wheelchair. Could be. Yeah, I could put him in a wheelchair. I could have him in a wheelchair and still have him keep his swagger. And I think Brandon is in fact at work. It'd be a shame. I have not yet had a chance to time him out. Maybe some employees might carry him around in a chair. That actually could be really cool. Have them in I don't remember what they're called. There's a name for those, like the sort of like throne-like things that like royalty will get carried in. I think it starts with a P. Time him out the next time he'll be here. Yeah, he like I was talking to him about it the other day. Because I mean I talk to him pretty much every day for the most part, almost every day. And he just has happened to miss like the past few streams. Just because he didn't realize I was streaming. Like he missed Thursdays, he missed my last Monday stream, and I think the one before that too. So it is very penis-like. Very, very penis-like. Gonna fill that in. He already made a backup account. I mean, it's only all it does is prevents him from chatting for 10 minutes. I just think it'd be funny because I get to bully him a little bit, and I don't have to take responsibility because it's a chat feature. Hmm. There's a lot of space here, too. Like, I'm gonna have to do something to fill the space. I'm definitely gonna want the mountain range to go through this. I think I'm liking the idea of having, like, the circular one, of having the serpent fall. Like, I could even have, like, I could have the mountains go, like, around clip through the top of this island, and then hit this continent, and then this continent, and then loop back around. I don't think there's like... There's not just like a pen tool, is there? Can we try the... I haven't tried the path tool yet. I just want to see... Let's do these two. Ooh, there's different styles. Let's see. Don't want a directional one. Because it goes both ways. Let's see, this is just the default. Let's see what this looks like. Well actually, I think... What's that? I don't like that color at all. Oh, it was... Okay, I thought it had this one. I was looking at these arrows and I was like, I thought it had this one selected. Okay, so the default is just a straight line. Oh yeah, I can make it smaller. I think it would make more sense to run right along the bank of that. Oh, that's much better. That is much better. There we go, something like that. Actually be... Ah, well, I don't like that. Yeah, that looks cool. Imagine there could be some kind of landmark right here on this little mini peninsula into the lake. But yeah. Nice. This, mapping tool is really cool. I want to just see what... What's the difference between, this one and this one? Oh, that one's more solid. Okay. And then this one? I don't really see the difference between those. That's really interesting. Like a zipper. And then, I do really, like, this is a really cool path design. I do really like it, except for the fact that it's directional. Although, I guess it could make sense to do it because, I mean, maybe not for this, but having roads always point toward the, capital kind of thing. Is the music coming from the software? Nope. I'm just playing it in the background. It's a YouTube playlist that's just running in the background. I just have it looped. It's like a royalty-free fantasy video. It's like, just over an hour long, and then I have it set to loop on YouTube. Yeah. So, I do need to look... I know there's more music out there that I could use. Doing homework while listening, feeling empowered. It's, Celtic, it's epic Celtic fantasy music. A dark, ambient, medieval, whatever that means. So... Oh, there's a steampunk one that, is supposed to be not copyright. I'm gonna save that. But yeah. Honestly, I think this, like, these Monday streams are good streams to to do like homework and stuff too, because it's just meant to be a chill stream, just me chatting with you guys and. Oh, I didn't mean to put a path in the ocean. Now that I think about it, Marnmouth would need to be a port city as well, which I'm sure the Arctonians love. The Arctons, not Arctonians. Because if they... Well, I imagine they probably keep to themselves. They probably don't travel much. So they probably don't see many travelers as a result of it. Since they don't have an oceanside pier port. But, actually, let me see... How big is that? 26 mile? 20, like 25-ish miles. I mean, I could imagine, let's see. Symbols. Move symbol. If I move this here, so it'll be on the lake, right? But I imagine they'll have a harbor over here. That would make sense. But there's not going to be one over here. I forgot what the... Because, like, the industry... Because I imagine they'd want, like... They're going to want some kind of outside trade. Maybe the Marnmouthians can be, like, wealthy... I didn't mean to rotate you so much. They could be wealthy, traders. Oh, I pressed the button by accident. We're on land now. This is very cool. I do like how this is coming along. I do very, very much like how this is coming along. Sorry, I was just checking some stuff in the background on Discord. Oh, god dang it. I keep doing that. This is very nice. Probably want... Don't imagine there would be a city in the swamp. It would make sense to have at least a town here. Yeah. Or a village. Small town or village. That's sort of like the outpost from traveling here, since this is like the same nation. So let's just put it, oh, I keep doing that. Move you right there. Because they really have to think, like, I'm trying to think of this like playing Civilization, where like people are only going to set up like a town or a city or a village or something like that if there's useful resources nearby. Setting up near the ocean always makes sense because, you know, that gives you access to the resources of the sea. So, you know, they can go fishing, they can get shellfish, things like that. And obviously it opens up a lot more possibilities for trade. I think I want a city here. Oh, you know what would be cool? Let's put it on this little island here. And then I believe there were bridges somewhere in here. These also are cool. I definitely am gonna want to use these. Yeah, like, I can't make that nearly small enough. Ooh, excuse me. I don't think I'm gonna be able to actually put a physical bridge here. But that's okay. Whenever I make the paths, I can just have the path cut across that. There's gotta be like a sea monster. Oh yeah, look at that. You always gotta have like sea monsters and stuff on your maps in the ocean. I don't know why. It's just it's a rule. It's a law. I was thinking actually I might use these because I was thinking about having like a plateau up here. That could be really cool. Let me just experiment a bit. Or well, no, because I'll probably want to. Well, I can experiment, but I imagine that's something I want to do after I have the mountain ranges set up. Yeah, doing something like this. Um, well, it'll be hard to connect. Oh wait, but I can rotate these. That's right. There we go, something like that. That's cool. Not perfect, but I think it's kind of cool. Anyway, let's erase all this now. I don't know. I like stickers like that. Or symbols, stamps, whatever you want to call them. Do. Just gonna look at what else we've got. Ooh, the fields are cool. Oh, there's a mill. Oh wait, and then we've got a actual house and stuff. Cool. I think I'm just gonna stick to these symbols for this map. Oh, there's modern buildings too. Crappy factory, huh? And there's like different designs and stuff. Yeah, I want a waterfall so bad. Now the real question is there a volcano? There better be a volcano. Oh wait, I can volcano. Are you kidding me? Lava? Nothing? I'm going to forget how to upload my own and then add a volcano. Because there's gotta be a volcano, right? Like, I've gotta have a volcano. At least one volcano in my world. I can't not. Oh, there's an oasis. That's cool. I can't believe there's not a volcano, though. Oh, wait, hold on. Tree... Mountain. Okay, maybe it's in the mountains? Um... Or am I taking volcano name recommendations? Well, I don't know where I'm gonna put it. So... Did you have something in mind? Because I'd love to hear it. Mount Doom? That's very creative. Very, very creative. Just slap a mountain and decorate it with red dots and stuff. I don't know if I can... Because I don't think I could just draw. I guess it's always something I could do in post. But... What is this? Oh wait, this is oh, this is how I like upload things. Okay. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You really want me to have Mount Doom? Like, I feel like I have to have some amount of self-respect as a DM to not name the volcano Mount Doom. Mount Boom? Now there's a creative name right there. That's using your head. I feel like it sets a good tone for my campaign. Instant classic. I mean, you are right. It's definitely recognizable, but I don't know. I don't like my players to recognize my inspiration for things. But you do you. If you want to call it Mountain Doom in your campaign, go for it, dude. 100%. By the way, since you're here, you probably know. Is Brandon still at work? I'm guessing he is. Probably has the late shift tonight, huh? Da, 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 da. Don't answer, it's a bait. What? It's bait for what? He's at work, but he's busy. That's a shame. Really wanted him here to... Yeah, exactly. That's why I want him here. Just so I can time him out. That's literally it. One day. We'll get him one day. It'll happen eventually. Without a doubt. No, I want to leave that. Let's see. So I have... I'm just curious, how close are these? So you'd have to travel... Well... Okay, so those are 100 miles apart. So that'd be, what, like 5 days of travel to get from this city to the capital? That's pretty good. And then... Oh, whoops. From here to here. So that would be... I don't know if 25 miles a day... Let me see. D&D... Daily travel distance. Okay, so normal travel distance is 24 miles, so I was pretty close to 25. So that would be 12, 13, so that'd be about 2 weeks to get from here to here. And then you take a boat from here to here, which would go faster by boat than walking. Hmm. So I wonder, how long would that take? So if, I don't know how, let me see if I can find D&D, boat travel speed. Let's see. So long ship is 3 miles an hour. That is super slow. 3 miles an hour? So that would be what, 100? Hold on. There were different types. That's for a longboat was 3. A sailing ship was 2 miles an hour. So that'd be, let's see. Okay, that's about 4 days. It's like 70 a day. That is true. Well, yeah, that is true because you don't, if you're on a boat, you don't have to like stop to rest. It just goes. Yeah. So yeah, that makes sense. Cool, okay. So if you were going from the capital, it would take you 2 weeks to get to this village. Or just under, it would take like 13 days to get to this village. Walking, or going by like carts or something like that. And then it would take you another 4 days by boat to get to the harbor near Marnmouth, and then like the afternoon to actually walk from the harbor to Marnmouth. So all in all, what would that be, like 17 days trip? That's a long time. And that's just for this. Oh, whoops. Just for this versus like the entire map. So world's big, and this isn't even that big compared to like Earth. It's wild. That's cool to actually put it in perspective, though, to actually think about how long that would take. So, I'll have to decide how the actual roads are going to work, though. I imagine I'll probably just have it, sort of follow the coast, and then it'll loop here, and then bridge right here, and then it'll go across here, and then to there. That distance on map in mistakenly Homebrew takes about a week. Yeah, I mean, it's honestly, I think it can be hard to figure out travel times. But, I mean, if you're just skipping over it anyway, then it's not that big of a deal, because you can just go back and change how many... Unless it's, like, really important that they make it somewhere in a certain amount of time. But if you just, like... Your players are like, oh, we want to travel to the next town over, and we're like, oh, it takes 3 days, but it actually takes 5 or something like that. Then I don't know. Because, like, whenever I was running my last campaign, like, I wasn't keeping track of the date or anything like that. But it would be cool to. But I wasn't actually keeping track of that. So yeah. But C, I think seasons at least. Very hard to think about when I was just learning the rules. Yeah, that's another thing. I mean, honestly, like, there's a lot that I've learned about D&D since I started streaming. Just because it's allowed me to play a lot more than I did back when I was running my campaign, because, like, I'm streaming regardless of, like, whether I'm in school, regardless of whether we can meet in person, or, like, everyone can actually has the time to meet, or, like, people are bailing and all that, so... I've gotten to play a lot more D&D just from streaming. X to Y is 2 days on foot, so it's 2 days on... Yeah, yeah. I mean, however you want to do it, if you want to keep it consistent. What was this? 100 mile? Okay, so that's 4 days. Okay, so if it was... So if this was like 300 miles by boat... And that's 4 days, and then 100 miles is 4 days walking. Then that means the average walking speed is 1 mile per hour? Oh wait, that's why it's 24. Okay. So D&D assumes 1 mile per hour average. Obviously you're going faster than that, but you have to stop to rest and sleep and things like that. Unless you want to suffer exhaustion. Oh, good old D&D with all its rules to account for everything. Math. Yeah, exactly, it's math. Okay, well, I'm just kind of messing with very minute details now. I think this is a very good place. I'm gonna save it. I think this is a very good place to stop for now. It seems like a good starting point. Kinda cool. So I am going to, close this and move over here. Learned a metric crap ton of rules watching CR. That definitely helps too. I've been watching it. Well, you know, we've talked about it before, but I'm on episode 11 now. I've been kind of slow watching it lately because I haven't always had the time for it or taken the time for it. But yeah, that definitely helps too because they're pretty good about the rules. I don't agree with every single interpretation of Matt Mercer's, or every single one of Matt Mercer's interpretations of the rules, but it definitely helps learning. Thank you, StonelessB57, for the follow, and welcome to the stream. I hope you didn't just get here, because I'm probably going to be ending it here in a few, but I appreciate you joining in. So yeah, in case you all weren't here for the beginning of the stream, those announcements that I had, I'm really excited for the emote. I have an emote, and it has to be approved by Twitch, but it should be live soon. I imagine it'll be ready for Thursday's stream. So that'll be awesome for those of you that have subscribed to the channel. You'll have access to DM Chronicles' very own emote. And I'm actually not that far off from unlocking the second one. So if the momentum that the channel's had it keeps going, then maybe there'll be 2 soon. So yeah. Also, badges are coming for subscribers as well. Really excited to have those. I have a cool design in mind, so I'm really excited to see how those turn out. Yeah, that's basically that's basically the gist of it. Just exciting new things. I'm finally taking advantage of that affiliate status that I earned last month. So, exciting stuff for the channel. Let's see. I think that's about it. I am going to get some rest. Been doing this for 3 hours now. It's been a ton of fun, though. Thanks to all of you that came. I hope you'll join me this Thursday for another one-shot. Last month. Yeah, it was, well, I hit 50 subscribers in December. Or 50 followers in December. But it's definitely been growing faster since then. Thank you, I really appreciate it. I am going to find someone to raid. Let me see, who's live? Ooh, Hard Knock Dice is still going with theirs. So we're gonna raid them tonight again. So go check out their stuff. Great people. I've had a couple of them on my channel before, and I've been on their stream before. So they're great. They're currently doing their Salt Marsh. Let me check. I think there's Salt Marsh campaign. I'm going to check. Because I want to get this right before I raid them. Yeah, Ghost of Salt Marsh. So, very cool stuff. Just living till... I hope you make sure you take care of yourself and get plenty of rest. But if you want to enjoy, then definitely do that. So yeah, anyway, that's it for me tonight. I hope that you all have a wonderful night, get plenty of rest, sleep well, and I hope to see you on Thursday. And now we are going to go raid Hard Knock Dice, which we should be going in. I forgot there's a timer. Ba ba ba. Almost there. Okay. And here we go.